When you want to get on deck with news and technology in the oil patch, come join us. You're watching All Shots Fired with Russell Smith. All right, everyone, I want to welcome you to All Shots Fired. Today's episode is brought to you by MDS Multimedia, your go-to partner for professional video production and content creation. Whether you're looking to create top-notch training videos for corporate or educational platforms, or you need expert help with photography, video editing, or web development, MDS Multimedia has you covered. Specializing in training on how-to videos, we bring over 25 years of experience helping businesses, educators, and creators bring their visions to life. From corporate giants to content creators on YouTube, we work closely with each client to focus on their goals and deliver high-quality results. So, if you're ready to elevate your content or streamline your training programs, get in touch with MDS Multimedia today. We're small enough to care, but big enough to make a difference. You can get in touch with Doc over MDS Multimedia at mdsmultimedia1701 at gmail.com. I'm sure it'll be on the screen if you need to get a hold of him. Now, the guy I'm talking about, his name is Doc Schuler. Doc is ex-Wireline guy. I try to promote all our guys that are from the oil field, especially from Wireline. Doc's a good friend of mine, good Christian man, treats you honest. He's great with videos. He came through our school a couple years ago in Wireline, got to know him, great guy. But he's the guy sponsoring us today, so thanks, Doc. You're high on my list, buddy. Okay, so what we got going on for the show, we have two interviews I want to play or show y'all. One guy's name is Frank Rojas. Y'all may know Frank. They're in Midland. He works with III Coast Wireline. That's a family business, and they help spooling, getting wire on trucks, and also wireline repair, truck repair, measuring heads, all kinds of stuff like that they kind of specialize in. But I got to give an interview with him. The other guy is with, he ain't with nobody. He's by himself, paid for his own training, but he's from Angola, Africa. Name is Junior Puela. Good guy. I've got to work with him for 2 weeks. But I'm going to interview him, and he gets to tell us how he got to America and his life's journeys, and how he's here and how life has changed for him. So it's a good interview. Lastly, it's about 38 days before we elect our president. Guys, get out there and vote. It's important. If you're a Second Amendment gun rights guy, we need to start getting the right people in office because our government is out of control right now. So we got to take it back, and it's due through voting. Okay? And don't wait for the last day if you can. I don't think I'll have another podcast before then. So get out and vote early. If you get an early vote, go for it. Do it early. No telling what they're going to do. They may have a electrical outage or cyber attack where the machines don't work. No telling. No telling what'll happen. So just get out there and vote. So anyway, okay. I think I've covered. Oh, one more thing I did want to mention. A good friend of mine, Mike Dyer with 4G Wireline, won the Glock 19 that we gave away on the very first podcast. I asked if you would like to share us, like us on YouTube or Facebook, and you'll get entered into a door prize. And the door prize was a Glock 19, which is pretty cool. But he was the winner. So if you want to get in our drawings, because we're going to give away more stuff, the more popular we get, the more sponsors we get, we're going to give away stuff. This is for y'all guys. So like us, share us on YouTube or Facebook, whatever you want to do, and get your name in the next door prize. So Mike, thank you for doing exactly what we asked you to do. You're helping us spread the word when it comes to wireline. All right, on with the show. Okay. All right, everyone. You're watching All Shots Fired. We got a special guest, Junior Puela.
Yes.
From Angola, telling us, man, how you got to the U.S. and how your life revolved into wireline. All right?
Yeah.
How long have you been in the U.S.? Tell us how this all started.
Thank you so much for giving us opportunity.
Oh man, now this is a pleasure to get to know some people. I mean, I think you speak what you said 5 languages.
6 languages.
I mean, that's incredible. Pretty smart guy. So anyway, tell us how you got here.
So I've been here since 2015.
Okay.
Almost 10 years. Yeah, came from Angola. So when I first came, landed in New York, and I went to Maine. Stayed in Maine for 4 years.
Okay, so you're up in Maine. Okay.
Yeah. And then when I came in Maine, for my background in Africa, I was working as a designer, doing AutoCAD, pipe fitting, but linked with the AutoCAD. So going to the offshore, getting a survey, and coming back to the office and designing and sending stuff to the shop. That is my job in Africa. And when I came here, I was trying to do the same job here. And then I went to some companies, apply, and they told me, you need a degree if you wanna do that career here. So you're supposed to go back to school and get the degree. And I say, okay. So what is the process? So you're supposed to have the GD, stuff like that. I said, okay, let me do the DD because I have my diploma from Africa.
Sure.
They say, no, we don't recognize it.
They don't recognize it.
I do the DD. After the DD, and I went to the college. And the college program was a little bit tough with my full-time job because I was like a full-time student and I was full-time.
Okay, so you were working in school.
Yeah, it was very tough, and I said, okay, I'm supposed to stop with one. And I said, okay, I decided to stop with school and then keep working. And then that job, I didn't like it. I said, okay, in Africa, I was using my brain, and here it's not good. I said, well, let me do something else because I have design skills. But before to be a designer in Africa, I was a pipe fitter. I said, okay, let me go look for any pipe fitter company so that I can. And I just applied to a company they call Casco Bay. They build bridges, big structure, they weld stuff. So I went there and I want a job as a pipe fitter. We don't do pipe fitting here, we do welding. I say I can build those stuff, but just welding I cannot weld. But I say if you know how to weld, we can hire you. So okay, and then I said okay, because I need a job. I went to SMCC to get that training. I get a welding training. It was like 6 months training, and I just did like 3 months. I finished, came back to they call the company Casco Bay. I applied as a welder, and they test me. Test me, I passed, and they hired me as a welder. I started to work as a welder, started working. I have a friend of mine was living in Texas.
In Midland, right?
Yes, in Midland.
Okay.
Yeah, he just called me. He said, Junior, you need to come here because, in Africa, we work in the oil field. And you came here, working in the oil field stay in Maine. And if you really want to go back to the oil field, you're supposed to come to Texas. So, and then he told me, no, just come to Texas for maybe 3 days, just to look, see, and if you like it, if you don't like it, you can come back.
Yeah.
And I just came to Texas for 3 days. But the second day, he told me to apply. I just applied, and I got a job next
year. Okay.
I got a job, and they told me, oh, you're gonna start as a frac guy. I didn't know what is a frac.
Yeah.
They said, we're going to hire you, you're going to learn. And I started working as a fry guy. Working, but I feel like it's just, I'm not using my brain. It's just swinging hammer and putting grease and stuff like that. It's not good. I'm supposed to do something else. And I asked my friend, what you doing as a job? He told me, no, I'm doing a wireline.
So your friend was in the wireline?
Wireline.
Okay.
And keep working with next year, and then after that they promote me. They told me, okay, you're doing good in fact, so we're gonna send you pump down. They sent me pump down. I was working with the wireline engineer, pumping with the computer.
So you were in the cab doing the pump down with the engine, so you were seeing what was going on.
And then I just liked his job. I said, okay, I think it's better to do his job.
Yeah.
And then I go to my manager. I told him, I want to switch. I want to do wireline. He told me, no, you cannot because you're a frac guy. It's two departments.
Okay.
They cannot switch you over there.
Okay.
And in my mind, I said, okay, it's time for me to look for a wireline job because I feel like frack it's not good for me.
Okay.
And then when I was looking, and Jared Data just called me. Oh, we have an offer, wireline job, whatever.
Jumped on it.
I said, oh, I will take it.
Okay.
I just signed a contract with Jared Data. It was 2 years ago, 2000, 2 years, like 2020.
Yeah, back in 2022.
Yeah. Start with Jared Data, working as a. When I first started, 3 months after, I just break out, and wireline you're supposed to have a CDL, you're supposed to have many. And I get my CDL, start running a wireline truck with driving it, and then Jarodara, we do gyro stuff.
Right, they're a little different wireline company because they run gyros.
So we do like, I can say that 30% or 40% wireline, 60% gyro. So, but we do the logging stuff too. Well, I can say as a wireline Jarodara, I already run all the process. I say, okay, it's better for me to go to the next level. But the next level was the logging position. So I said, okay, it's better for me to learn it. I know the company provided, but for now, we're so busy. So I see like, okay, it's better. I have money, so why not just invest on myself and then just help the company? Because,
So you got to a point with Gyro Data where you felt like you had a stall, and you said, hey, come to our school, come to the Top Man, and learn the wireline. Better yourself. Just because you can advance faster, you could learning it faster. I take it you were at a spot where you're like, look, I'm just not growing in my wireline position. And I take it that's why you called us, because you spent 2 weeks with us running logs, I mean, we learned everything from explosive safety to everything else, and you may not use explosive safety, man, because you don't do a lot of perforating.
No.
But the logging end, you got the gamma. You ran with a gamma tool, a gamma perforating tool. You ran a temperature tool. So you got practice running logs, turning logs in. And then at the end, you also learn how to run the bond log, which a lot of guys don't know. That's a specialty tool. But for you to learn how to know the theory, understand what your VDL means, understand why you're setting these gates up the way they were and the way the sound works, makes you a better engineer.
Hopefully, that is my wish.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I hope we fulfilled it here, what you needed, because honestly, you got a foundation. You're just on a steady foundation for you to grow. The more jobs you do, the better you're going to get in everything. I mean, in a couple of years, you'll be like most wireline guys. You're like, dude, this is boring, and then you'll be looking for the next step. Okay. But you're going to grow in wireline. And for you to have the experience to run a truck sets you way ahead on your resume for you to become salesman, manager, wherever you want to go. But having that wireline truck experience means a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and it'll get you a lot further in your career in wireline. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I commend you for investing in yourself. I tell guys, invest in yourself. It's the best investment is in yourself.
Yeah, most of people, they feel like, okay, I will spend maybe 10,000, 9,000, and it's like I'm wasting money. I said, no. Whenever you invest in yourself, you're gonna get it back.
You're gonna get it back. Yeah.
For example, this training, if you get it, you have the knowledge, you know how to log. You go out there like million, whatever. I'm very sure that if you make less, it's gonna be maybe $35. But most of them they make more than $35. So if you spend like 6,000 or 3,000, you're gonna get that money back.
The rest of your life, as long as you're in the
you first you're gonna get that money back in less than a month, and the rest of your life.
I always said people that spend the money on college, and that's over $100,000.
So it's better. I advise people it's better to invest in themselves, getting this training, like wireline training or log training, I'm very sure it's gonna help them to
It will.
in the long run.
Anyway, everybody does. All it takes is a training. People give you a chance, let you prove yourself. Watch out. Watch out. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, I want to thank you for coming out here.
You're welcome.
It's been a great 2 weeks getting to know you, and knowing that I know you'll call me if you ever need anything.
I will.
So anyway, well, man, thank you for taking the time, man.
Thanks.
Looking forward to seeing come back on here and say, hey, a couple years later, how far have you been?
I'll be back. Sure.
Yeah.
You know, we live in Texas, so
I like that.
I will come back here.
All right. Well, thanks again. Okay, we're gonna let this go, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Okay, everyone. I got a special guest, Frank Rojas. He actually came to our bond log school this past week, learned how to run bond logs. Frank, thank you for coming out and seeing what we do.
Thank you for having me out here. It's a great opportunity to learn the proper way and have the classroom experience.
Well, it does help when you have when people ain't rushed. You can ask questions. You can mess up. It's perfectly fine, you know. And that's the whole beauty of the school is to give them an environment that's safe for the guys. They don't feel pressured, and you can actually learn something.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, how did you get started in this? Have you been doing this long, or?
So, officially, I've been in the wireline industry since 2004, but started spooling lines since I was probably 12, 13 years old.
Well, you're with a company called III Coast Wireline. Do y'all spool line? Is that what y'all's main thing was? Or?
That's it. It's a III Coast Wireline. It's my dad and my two brothers and myself.
Okay.
So it's still pretty small, owner operated, family owned and operated. We pretty much try to cover whatever comes at us, and
so you've been spooling line since you were a kid.
We've been spooling line since we were young. That's what we knew. That's what we knew. We didn't know anything else.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get started in an actual truck till 2004.
Okay. Well, you worked for Gyro Data for a while, or?
I was a gyro data for 18 years.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, that's where I was running a truck.
Mm-hmm,
I was doing operations, coordinating there.
Okay. Well, I see. So, but you're not with Gyro Data. Now Third Coast has their own wireline trucks, or?
So here at the Third Coast, we do. We started spooling line, wireline spooling, respools, installs, new installs, and we also sell. We're a retailer for Camesa, Desero.
Yeah, all the wireline companies. The wireline people.
And we also sell used line for a lot of the P&A companies that they don't want to spend the new.
Yeah.
And with that said, we started spooling, and then we started renting out trucks, third party, and for a lot of different companies, and monthly rentals, which we still do when just companies get in a bind sometimes.
So if you need a truck, you need a temporary, you can call y'all and y'all can.
Correct.
Well, y'all also just do it as a hoisting operation too. Y'all just hoist tools for companies or need to come out.
Correct. Yeah. Well, if you have a job and you don't have any trucks available, we'll send a driver and an operator.
And they just lift tools for you.
Lift tools and you run the truck.
Well, you were saying y'all actually work on wireline trucks too, right?
So we started working on trucks. We've always worked on our own trucks.
Yeah.
And spooling line, we've noticed that a lot of, especially out in West Texas, a lot of companies, especially the smaller companies, are needing work done to their trucks.
Yeah.
And so we're starting to work on trucks, hydraulic repairs, shooting panels, and
all the
logging
benchmarks, whatever you name it. It sounds like the measuring head. Y'all take care of it.
And most of it we have in stock. Same with the parts. For if it doesn't matter who makes the truck, we get parts from either Synergy or NOV or just whoever.
Well, man, that's awesome. I mean, so guys that work on trucks, because usually the bigger wigs The big company have their own in-house mechanics,
Right.
and for the guys that don't have that, and you're in Midland, right?
And we're in Midland. We're right outside of Midland,
Right,
Texas.
okay.
Our shop is right off the interstate almost.
And as for the wireline spooling, do y'all have a mobile unit also?
We have 3 mobile units.
All right.
That's how most of our customers got used to us.
Uh-huh.
So, but now we have mobile units, and we also do it in the house.
In the shop.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, man, sounds like I got a lot. Y'all are really busy. You got a lot going on.
We're still pretty small, but we do have quite a bit going on.
Good deal. Well, I want to thank you for coming out and letting us teach you how to run bottom logs.
Thanks, sir.
Man, if y'all guys need any type of wireline truck repair, spooling, hoisting, call Third Coast Wireline.
Yes, sir.
They're in Midland anyway. I guess y'all travel to other places too, though.
We started in Houston area.
Oh, really? So people know you there?
So we've been in business since spooling line since 2003.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, man, thanks for coming out. Frank,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
All right, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. All right, everyone. I want to quickly show you a warrior tip of the day. And what we're going to be messing with is our travel time. So let's pull up our log here. Now, the travel time curve is this little red dotted line. Now, I've right-clicked with my mouse. If you right-click with the mouse, it makes this little box. This little box is really cool because wherever you put it, the data down here tells you what it is. So if I'm going to leave my mouse at 250, all right, and let's put it somewhere in the middle here. My travel time's reading 206. Really, it's 207, 206.9. But the deal is, how do you know where to put it on these lines? Because I've seen guys play with this stuff trying to figure it out, but it's a real easy trick, all right? If you recognize 266 or 166 is an increment of 100, so that means each one of these lines here are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all right? Now, if I want to make this line right here, right next to the CCL, 206, 207, then all I got to do is count 10 over and 10 more. So that would be 20. So 206 minus 20, you can do the math, is 186. All right, so let's try it. So we're going to put in travel time. Right value is 186. And the top will be just 100 over, so it would be 286. All right, we'll hit OK, hit save, and let's see how close we get. And look at that, bam, nails right on there. The key to this, guys, in all of this is knowing what the curves read. If you want to put it right in the middle, you just add go 50 that way and 50 that way. But it's a real easy trick. It's not hard. Just as long as you know what it reads, and if you know what it reads by right-clicking, it'll tell you exactly what you need to know. So I hope this helps. All right, guys, we'll talk to y'all later. All right, everyone, I think we're going to wrap it up and call it a show. I want to thank our guests again for coming out and taking the time to interview with us. I want to thank you for our very first sponsor, MDS Multimedia with Doc Schuler. Guys, if y'all need anything on the video end, any type of video editing, commercials, anything of video, call him. He's a good guy. He'll get you set up. So anyway, thanks again, Doc. And guys, y'all keep wirelining. We'll see y'all next time.